e don settle. E don settle. A lot of people don't think say, as they don't talk say Sanwo-Olu win, say na there matter end, not knowing say na now case start, my people. Matter don start, so e don red as I dey talk to una. Jandor and Gbadebo talk say dem no go gree o. Jandor dey talk say because of say name wey be say Sanwo-Olu put down, wey be say e dey on top of him secondary school certificate, e dey different from the one wey be say e dey high neck hand. My people as I dey talk to una so, dem dey talk say that election, this governorship election for 2023, wey Babajide take go for second time, so say Babajide no supposed to dey for that position. Now Jandor say make dem declare am. Why Gbadebo dey talk say no, na him win, make dem declare am. My people as I dey talk to una so, court don receive visitor. Court don receive another visitor wey be say na visitor of Gbadebo and Jandor, wey dem drag Sanwo-Olu for waist, say Sanwo-Olu make court comot Sanwo-Olu for that position. Many people dey talk say, Jandor, how you wan take win with 62,000 votes? Hey, you dey talk say because of the name wey dey for Sanwo-Olu certificate, for that reason make dem declare you. Why Gbadebo dey talk say the election wey be say Sanwo-Olu dey talk say him win, say there many problem dey, say many area dey wey be say dem no count the vote. For that reason make dem declare say na him win. My people wahala full ground o, everywhere don scatter. My people table leg don break. My people make una go watch video, make una see the way they take drag Sanwo-Olu go court, wey dem talk say make dem comot Sanwo-Olu
to INEC, and that is this position of that section. And section 82.5 of that same section, which ended that section, says failure to do so, we nullify, we render such meeting or primary election invalid. So in our case, we have submitted before the tribunal, fact that these two political parties did not comply with the provisions of that law. And throughout the trial, they did not submit anything to contradict that position, including, calling witnesses and all of that. And secondly, under Section 84(5)(b)(1) of the Electoral Act, it says that for a primary election to be held, there must be a communication, notification from party to INEC, notification that will speak about the date, the venue, which must be authorized by the national body of the party. NEC, and NWC acting for NEC now. The two political parties did not also comply with this because the notification they sent to INEC was signed by the state chapter of the party, which is, in contrary to that provision. And under Section 84, subsection 13 of the Electoral Act, it says failure to do that, will then mean that your candidates will not be included in that election. It was clear. So, and throughout this whole thing, you had information about a WAEC saga of somebody. And we have been able to prove to the tribunal with every evidence before them that, look, this person lied on oath to say that in 1981, he sat for WAEC. All right? And there is a section of the law which says, if you look at your Form A-Sinai, you were asked, have you ever presented a forged certificate to WAEC? You said no. And we said he lied on oath. And we needed to prove that. So in proving that, we recall the statement of WAEC results that is submitted to INEC and tender it in court. We then suppose WAEC to come and tell us if truly you have these results in your custody, and come and tender the certificate under oath, because so WAEC came to say they were unable to tender the certificate under oath because they did not retain same. The same WAEC went to tender citizen certificate in Ogun State. But they didn't come with the certificate. We also asked them to come with master lists. So the master list that they came with had a name which is quite different from the statement of result that is submitted, which is also different from all other certificates of ease, like the first degree, second degree, and the NYC call-up letter is even different from how he himself put down his name. Okay? The first statement of result that he submitted to INEC had his surname. You know, when you ask to write your name, surname, first name, other name. So that statement of result had a surname and first name, no other name. Sanwo-Olu Babajide, no other name. The one brought by WAEC had a surname, Sanwo-Olu, first name, Olushola, other name, Babajide. The other document that is submitted had a surname, which is Sanwo-Olu, hyphenated this time. Sanwo-Olu, okay, Babajide Olushola, which is also clear, you know, different from that of the one WAEC brought. Other documents have that. And under Nigerian law, and there are several authorities to that effect, that if you have at any time changed your name or added another name, there is what we call a deed poll that has to say, this is me. I changed, or I edited, or I rearranged my name. So throughout the trial, they never submitted such. And he did not even come to testify to say, I'm still the same person. Go ahead, please.
This matter is before the court currently, and it's really important for us not to preempt judgment or to even state the matter or the case before the people, because at the end of the day, it's the tribunal that would decide on this matter. However, I want to take you away from that and just ask with regards to the eventualities. In the event that you don't win at tribunal, just in the event that you don't win at tribunal, go to the Supreme Court, what are the other options for you? Would you be willing at all to work with this particular government or work for Lagos State, or perhaps look to consolidate as one of the main oppositions, one, and two, is the PDP as a party, because you had complained in the past about some saboteurs within the PDP against your ambitions. Have you received the support from the PDP as required or as requested, or are you running this journey solo?
No. So let me first speak to, you see, election is a process, I keep saying this, and it's also stated in the Constitution of Nigeria that it's not an event. And this is part of the process. For many, they thought it ended with counting of voting and announcing somebody. No. The tribunal, the appeal, the Supreme are still part of this process. So until all of this are exhausted, you don't speak to what is next, okay? And this is ongoing. And speaking about whether it is before the tribunal or not, it is before the tribunal. Like I said, this is not, the trial is closed already. Final written address is done. Nobody can add anything, nobody can remove anything, and none of that.
So we have a judgment from the court.
Yes, when we get to, on Saturday, the written address will be adopted, and tribunal will set a date for judgment. But let me say this. We had some experiences during the trial, which, people look at and they begin to look at, are they trying this again? Ordinarily, if we were in a sinner climb, because what we have is a fact and a law, nobody should bother about anything, but because it is what it is, this is Nigeria. I'll give you an example. When we're doing this WAEC thing, we raised an application because when we supposed WAEC to come, the witness, that came, we wanted to declare that witness an hostile witness. Why? Is because some of the things that we asked him to do, he didn't comply. So in declaring an hostile witness, we give us opportunity to cross-examine that witness. But the court says, no, we cannot cross-examine him because we brought the witness. Okay, we left it, even though we have seen what we're looking for. However, we now decided to throw in an application before the tribunal to say, okay, this is an application. We want WAEC to subject their server for forensic analysis. So what now happened immediately was that the respondent, APC and Sanwo-Olu, raised a counter affidavit to that application, which is normal. Surprisingly, WAEC also came. So one of the lawyers, of Tinubu in Abuja was seconded to come to Lagos to stand for WAEC, to say, no, you cannot look at our server. WAEC is not a party to our case. So this is what now happened. Immediately they filed that counter affidavit. All of them exceeded the number of pages provided by law that counter affidavit should have. And our lawyer raised it in court. So the tribunal struck it out, which means that at that point, that application has no opposition. But yet, tribunal rejected that application. It called for break. There were several, drama in court, long waits, long recess, and they came back after striking out the counter affidavit. They rejected the application. So it caused for worry. It's okay, on what premise are you canceling this? Again, we're supposed to have this final address on Monday. It was postponed to Saturday. Our people went to court. Why? It's because they have this distrust. Maybe they will come behind us. Maybe, they're looking for technicalities and all of that. So throughout the trial, what they were saying is that this is a pre-election matter. It cannot fly. But fortunately, in Ndidi and Ngozi Okoye of Aniocha South, tribunal gave a ruling on the 24th of July, saying the issue of sponsorship is both pre- and post-election matter. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So this is where we are now. Now, talking about our party, of course, if you see my petition is Jandor and PDP, not just Jandor. Yeah. Unlike GRV's petition, it's just him. The party is not part of his petition. So, which means that we're still intact within our party. PDP is our party. We still have our party being part of this process, and nothing is wrong within our party.
Okay, good to see you again, John. I think we've not really spoken post-election.
Yes, no, I was there.
Okay, post-election. Mm-hmm. Good.
At the beginning of this trial.
At the beginning of the trial, okay. I'd like to just ask you this. Mm-hmm. Number one, you've talked extensively as regards, the petition and all of that. Secondly, I'd like to ask you, in all of this last 1 year, what are the lessons you've learned? Because I'm sure it's been a ride for you. Mm-hmm. You never thought it was going to go this way. You've had a lot of ups and downs and all of that. What has been the lessons for you?
Okay, Rufai, let me say to you that I wasn't caught by surprise with anything that has played out. As a matter of fact, all the things that I tendered before the courts now challenging the election of these people are things that I've kept since last year. Because
you knew this was going to happen?
Of course, I knew it was going to happen. I was coming from EPC. I know our second name there is impunity. We can believe we can get away with murder and do things as if there is no law. So the moment they had their primary last year, I got all the documents I needed. I kept it within me, preparing for a day like this. Same with Labour Party. Take, for instance, what we took to court was that Labour Party candidate was not even a member of Labour Party. He's still a member of PDP. He didn't resign. And we have presented before the court register of Labour Party submitted by Labour Party to INEC. First one was submitted April 2022 to INEC. Second one was submitted May 2022 to INEC. The third one was submitted April 2023, updated with a letter written to say we have updated our membership from May last year to April this year. And none, his name is not in any of this, and we have presented before the court. That's a fact. That's gone in contrary to the provision of the law, which says you must be a member of a political party and must be responsible for that political party. So all of these I have known. During that election, after the first election, and people were saying Labour and PDP come together, this is how you are going to. I was there. And I said, I don't have a problem whatsoever in us coming together. But in doing that, we must put our best foot forward. We must present a candidacy that has no issue. So till tomorrow, nobody has questioned my qualification to run or my candidacy. So this is just it. So I knew it will happen this way.
We're talking about lessons. You've talked about this at nauseam. The lessons you've learned in the past 1 year.
If you're coming into trade of this nature, except you're not ready, a lot will happen. So you have to prepare for everything that's going to come your way. I will say some things I will just laugh. But
like what?
Like somebody coming today to say, I'm still in PDP, I didn't go anywhere, yet campaign openly for another party, you just smile. That's politicians for you. But some of us decided to come here to see how we can change this terrain. We can't continue this way. You understand? Of course, I've seen people who sat with
But
me.
a lot of people keep asking Jandor that why do you think you can change the terrain for a system you enjoyed the perks of for so many years? Like you said a certain political parties known for impunity. You also reigned and enjoyed the impunity for so many years. So where did that epiphany come?
So I don't know where you get that from, because one, while I was there, I've never contested, I've never been appointed.
Yeah, but
I was
like
there.
They say in Yoruba, like Olabe now.
No.
If you say
Olabe, let me tell you what it is. I was the consultant in that corridor, so I was providing a service which they are paying for.
Which service were you paying?
I was providing media consulting service to them. I was the PR person there.
Yeah, but that means you
understand?
benefited from the money.
I did not. They benefited from my service.
Okay.
Of course, they benefited from my service.
But
And if my service is not good, if my service is not good, they won't be here.
If you say, there was impunity there,
now listen,
and you were providing services to impunity.
I was providing services to the government, not the political party. But because I was there, and because I won't say because, my business is enjoying patronage from there, then I will shut my eyes at some things and I won't do what I'm doing today. That is what differentiates people like us from you.
Why are you taking a stand now? Like, you could have taken a stand earlier.
No. If you'd done that earlier, it would amount to death penalty for you. Because there's a Yoruba saying that you don't ask for your father's death if your hand never touched the Kuda. Have you? Okay. This is the time to do that.
Before the proceedings started, you were very confident on the same program. You said you had all the necessary evidence.
Absolutely.
And you were sure that, look, the mandate will be given to you at the end of the day. At this moment, do you still have that confidence that you will get the justice